Okay, so we've got like this total classic on our list today.
Oh, yeah.
Norman Vincent Peale's The Power of Positive Thinking, right? But it's been huge for decades. I mean, everybody's heard of this thing.
Right.
But is it all hype?
Yeah.
We're going to find out with this deep dive.
I love it.
So we've got this review we're looking at today, and it kind of highlights both the appeal of the book and some criticisms of it. So I think it'll be interesting.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
For the listener who wants to get a balanced view.
Yeah.
So we're going to figure out today what the book's content is really all about.
Okay.
What kind of impact it's had.
Right.
And what's the big debate surrounding it.
Sounds good.
So let's just jump right in.
Let's do it.
So what is this positive thinking thing? What's Peale even talking about?
Okay, so Peale's basic message is kind of this mix of like religious faith and practical advice.
Okay.
He argues that believing in yourself and having faith in like a higher power can help you overcome basically anything.
So it's a very like empower yourself kind of message.
Exactly. Yeah. And the thing is, the book's written in this like really accessible and clear style.
Oh, okay.
So it's no wonder it was such a big hit.
Yeah, that makes sense. And thinking about when it came out back in 1952.
Yeah.
It's like right after the war, people were looking for something,
Exactly.
to give them some hope.
Totally. Yeah. That post-war context is super important, I think.
Yeah, for sure. But he doesn't just tell you to think positive, right? He actually like lays out methods, almost like a recipe or something.
Yeah, totally. So he talks about using these different techniques like affirmations, which is where you just constantly repeat positive statements to yourself over and over.
Okay, interesting.
And then there's visualization, where you like really vividly picture yourself achieving your goals.
Oh, I've heard of that.
And of course, like prayer is a big part of his whole approach.
Yeah, because of the religious aspect.
Right, exactly.
And the book is just like packed with stories, right?
Oh, yeah, tons of them.
Real life examples of people who use these techniques to achieve amazing things. I mean, I could see how that would be so persuasive.
Yeah, I mean, you see yourself in those stories, and you start to think like, oh, maybe I can do that too.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like proof or something that this stuff works.
Exactly, and I think that was a big part of its appeal.
Yeah, for sure. But let's look at the other side of the coin a little bit here.
Okay, sure.
The review also talks about how a lot of people really push back against these ideas.
Yeah.
Like, where's the science? Where's the evidence that this stuff actually works?
Right, and that is a major critique. Mental health professionals were like, hold on.
Yeah.
There's not really a lot of scientific evidence to back up a lot of these claims.
Yeah, it's not exactly like a scientifically proven method.
Right, like, take his idea that you can just cure illness with positive thinking.
Oh, yeah, right.
I mean, obviously a positive outlook can help you cope.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not going to replace actual medical treatment.
Right, it's not a magic bullet.
Exactly.
And then there were these, like, major figures in psychology like Albert Ellis and Martin Seligman.
Oh, yeah.
And they were not fans of Peale.
No, they were very critical. They actually compared his methods to, like, hypnosis.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, they said that repeating all those affirmations could be a form of suggestion.
Oh, that's interesting.
Almost like you're hypnotizing yourself.
Okay.
And they worried that instead of leading to, like, real growth, it would just create this surface-level self-deception.
I see.
They were also concerned that suppressing negative thoughts could prevent people from actually dealing with their problems.
Oh, so it's like by always focusing on the positive, you're kind of avoiding the stuff you need to work through.
Exactly, yeah. And it's not just the psychologists who had issues with the book.
Oh, right. The religious scholars had some thoughts too, didn't they?
Yeah, a lot of them argued that Peale was basically reducing faith to just a tool for personal gain. Like, it was all about using God to get what you want in life.
Interesting. So not so much about spiritual growth?
Right, exactly. It was more like, if you pray hard enough, God will give you that promotion.
It's kind of like a cosmic vending machine, put in your prayer, get out your reward.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
So it seems like this book, it's kind of a mixed bag, right?
Yeah.
Inspiring for some, but also problematic for others.
Definitely.
But there's no denying that it's had a huge impact.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's like everywhere you look in self-help culture.
Everywhere. Motivational speakers, business seminars, it's all over the place.
Right. And the review even mentions how Peale's ideas influence the development of things like positive psychology and cognitive behavioral therapy.
Yeah, it's interesting because those fields are based on scientific research, but Peale's focus on the power of the mind kind of helped to pave the way for those concepts.
So even though his approach might have been flawed, it still kind of contributed to some positive development.
Right, exactly.
So what's the final verdict then on the power of positive thinking?
Well, the review suggests it's worth reading, but definitely with a critical eye.
Okay, so don't take everything as gospel truth.
Right. I mean, it does encourage self-belief and resilience, which are good things.
Yeah, For sure.
But it's important to balance that with, realism and critical thinking.
Right. You can't just think your way out of every problem.
Exactly.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah, we have.
And it really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does.
Does this book still hold up today? Can you be optimistic and realistic at the same time? And what role should faith play in personal growth? Those are some big questions.
They are.
We'll leave you to ponder those. We'll see you next time.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.